Yeah, so what was I saying? It can represent soulmates and coming together. And sometimes I think of it as the in-between, the space in between. And that intersection. So yeah, if you're driving tomorrow or transportation, crossing any wide expanses, just be on the lookout, I guess, or just, you never know, maybe you'll meet your soulmate at an intersection, crossroads. Yeah, I think I'll move on to an oracle card. These are oracle visions. These are extremely hard for me to shuffle, so I'm going to try to note. Clarity on tomorrow, or help, benefit, words of wisdom tomorrow for the highest and greatest good. If you're just joining, welcome to my little indoor-outdoor hut. I'm also recording this, and I'm going to post it on YouTube, so you can watch it from the beginning. This is for tomorrow, or today, the 31st. Let's read the little book. So it's number 40. I'll show you. When holding a time, what are they called? A time, I'm blanking on the name. I'll read the little description. Alright, so time and life. Time-life. Time is a figure 8. At its center, the city of deja vu. Robert Brault. So there's been a lot of 8s, and also Scorpio is the 8th sign in the zodiac. So again, Scorpio, diving deep, regeneration, coming back to life, emotion, warrior type energy. It says, time, the ultimate thief, gradually takes from us and never gives back. A hooded priestess holds out her hand, offering us a lifetime in the form of an hourglass. Its shape suggests a cyclical nature that we might simply rotate and start afresh. In smaller issues, that may be true, and indeed we often sense repetition, but in larger sense, the hourglass is simply an illusion. In truth, such perceived patterns are merely detours along one's journey. Here we see that the golden sand does not merely fall to be recollected, but escapes, and eventually the glass will be empty. Which reminds me of the tower card where I said the gate was open and escape, and the video, the Fuji's video. Time is commodity that is never really ours, but merely something we have use of for a given period. The only way to ensure the balance in our favor is for us to use our allotted time fully before it is taken from us. Live every day, hour, and minute to its fullest. So I think that kind of comes full circle. It goes back to the beginning of what I was talking about with the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Swords, and you know, finding the good in the moment, even though there's a lot going on right now. in the quote that I had said before, that God gave us memories so that we might have roses in December. It's, yeah, living every moment, every day to its fullest, because we don't, I guess, know as much how long we have. And sorry, this is a little bit of a downer reading. I'll do one more oracle card reading. These are like really deep and but they're usually really uplifting, so we'll end on a positive note here. These are the Rumi oracle cards by Alana Fairchild. And they're kind of a really long description. I'll try to make this quick. Arise, 13. I think I got 13 before that last reading I did, which is usually associated with the death card. Death meaning transformation, regeneration, coming back to life. Again, associated with Scorpio, and 13 goes to 4. 4 is stability. It's our, it's home. It's, yeah, okay, I'll be, where's the, I just have to find, oh, put it here. I'm not gonna lie, these are a little cheesy. And very, I don't know, very deep. So just go with it. Arise, 13. The poem is: wings of hope languish from lack of use. When wings dissipate and weaken, life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of the well, not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. If I were to look up and you would see that I'm a mirror of your own being, your light, your heart, your spirit, your all. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is a letting go taking place, and you are frightened and uncertain sometimes. But make this mean something that it does not. But you make this mean something that it does not. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what is living. Look at me. I will show you truth and all, and you shall laugh your deepest belly laughter with so much glee, sharing in my secret that the only force at work in your life is unconditionally loving divinity. Okay, these are really, really long, so I think maybe I'll type it out in the description of the YouTube video, so not all sitting here forever. But yeah, I think that just goes back to what I was saying at the very beginning, which is not just focusing on what we don't want to see in this world, but what we do want as well. Putting just as much emphasis and focus and energy into the world that we do want to create. And I like that turn your head away from what is not serving you, what is not good for you anymore, what's dying, and turn your heads towards what is living, what is fruitful, what is beautiful, what is life-giving, what is inspiring and nurturing and loving, and then go out and create that. You know, don't wait for it to just come to you or be created for you, but to, yeah, go and create it. Find ways, whatever it is that you're good at, whatever you have an interest in, find ways to use that to not only help yourself become better, to learn, to inspire yourself, but to also see how that can be translated and used for the greater good, how it can help others, how it can uplift others, and create the world we want instead of just, fighting what we don't want, fighting what doesn't work, what's not good. To give as much attention to the good things in life, just as much as we are so consumed with fighting what's not good. Both need to be equal so that we don't end up just, I don't know. See if there's anything else. I think this card's pretty. It shows a person here, it's a little dark, but crouching down, kind of looking very scared, in the dark, in the depths, in this water, of, turmoil, I guess. But you're free to change, to do what you want, to create the world that you do want, to not be bogged down by what is going wrong, by what is, oppressive, what is occupying our minds and our attention, but to notice that there's this big white light here. And again, I feel like it goes back to that white in her dress, and in the white in the tides that I was talking about earlier, to look for that bright white, that inspiration, that light that's now able to come through and illuminate the good, now that something is cleared away and gone, which is the Tower. So, and when all else fails, go within yourself. And like the Hermit here, nowhere can man find a quieter, more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Sometimes we need that, to just step away from the chaos and everything going on around us, and even just, social influences and all that, to really be able to hear and know and understand what we want, what we are inspired by, what we hope for, to listen to your own inner voice and to, move forward with that, to trust yourself. I think it comes down a lot to trusting yourself, like the quote on this card, that you can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. So to trust your intuition, trust your inner guidance, like the Two of Wands, the guidance, looking forward. How do we move forward? It's the trusting what's good, trusting what is light, what is bright, and illuminating, and ultimately loving and uplifting, within ourselves, within others, between each other. How to move forward is to trust anything that kind of aligns with that, and to trust yourself, have the faith to go forward with whatever it is that you want to pursue tomorrow, whatever comes into your life that is perhaps shocking or troublesome or illuminating, just to kind of go with it and see what positivity, what good can come from it, now that there's things that are cleared away. What can be rebuilt? What can we build now? What can we do now to move forward? So I hope this was helpful to some degree, and go Falcons. All right, so